So today I'm going to be giving my review on Tim Burton's Batman 1989, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. I would say it's a tie between Kevin Smith's Dogma, because they're both different in so many ways. But I would, in some cases, I would say it is my favorite movie. To start off, I would like to preface that even though it is my favorite Batman movie, it is not my favorite Batman. It's not my favorite Joker either. But there is something just so powerfully nostalgic about the movie itself that it is just better than every other Batman movie. And I'm not just saying that because it's nostalgic for me because I grew up watching it, because I actually didn't. I don't think I even saw it until I was about 10 years old, and then I didn't even like it. Strangely enough, I just am now, in the past year and a half, I would say, getting into comics and everything, even though it's something that I grew up around. I grew up reading X-Men, I grew up reading Batman, I grew up watching the movies and the shows and whatever, but it just never really clicked. And maybe it's because I'm somewhat ashamed of it when I was little, but that is no longer the case, luckily, obviously. I will say, though, that Michael Keaton's Batman is really, really good. Me personally, I think George Clooney's Batman is the best, just the way that he was able to deliver the lines and feature-wise. And I also do really, really like Jack Nicholson's Joker. I would say it's second to Heath. That's just biased because I love Heath Ledger. But he's great. I love his Joker so much. Something I do not like about the original Tim Burton movies is Commissioner Gordon. He's just like a total klutz. He has no idea what's happening. And I've never read the original comic, so I don't know if that's how it was written, but I do like the more modern take on it as it is in the movies and video games now, where, he works with Batman and he's in on it. He understands what's happening and he's not dumb for the most part. But they just make him this, like, utter buffoon where he has no idea what's going on. He falls for every trap. He doesn't want to listen to Batman. And it makes me really, really frustrated. Not only that, but I don't like the actor that they picked for him. But, I mean, if you're going for that version of him, I guess, yeah, he's a good asset for that, I guess. I don't know. I don't like the version of Commissioner Gordon that is in the Tim Burton films. It makes me mad, especially in Batman and Robin, but I definitely get mad at his character in the first Batman also. This is a problem I have had with almost all the Tim Burton Batman films. Batman Forever being the only exception, surprisingly. I feel as though they all get to a point, an hour, 20 minutes in, where you go, okay, wow, this is really good, and we've gotten to, like, the end of what we were supposed to be getting to. Now time for, like, boss fight and movie wraps up. Should be another 20-30 minutes, and it ends up being an entire other hour. And I really don't like how it drags on. In Batman 1989, that point is the parade scene. When the parade scene starts and ends, I feel like it's an entire 20 or 30 minutes before we get to the part where they're in the bell tower, and I feel like that did not have to happen. I figure they have some kind of contract where the Batman movies had to be at least 2 hours long each, because that is the case for all of the Tim Burton movies. I don't know if that was just a personal preference or something they actually had to write in, but it makes me really sad because I definitely feel like they should have learned their lesson for Batman and Batman Returns and Batman and Robin. I mean, they did it right in Batman Forever. I did not get bored one single time during that. And it's not just like, oh, I'm watching at home and I get bored. I saw it in theaters for the Batman 80th anniversary back in September, and even though it's one of my favorite movies of all time and I loved it, it was so awesome, but I got bored at a certain time, even in the theater. And I don't know if I just have a bad attention span where after an hour and a half I'm ready for the movie to be over, or it really is bad writing. I don't have another opinion to base this off of because I don't have anyone to talk to this about, hence Batman YouTube channel. The whole Vicky Vale aspect of the movie is not my favorite, but that is a recurring thing where they have kind of a new love interest as per Batman movie. And you know, I think just at the time that was something you had to do to appeal to audiences. He had to have the love interest, he had to have, oh, the hot woman to drag in more viewers or whatever, you know. But that doesn't bother me much, and I really do love Knox's character. Pretty sure they didn't kill him off in the end or anything, so I'm kind of upset that he wasn't in any of the other ones, and I'm sure that's for some reason, but it is a little disappointing. This is one of those movies where I would consider it, like, truly art for some scenes. My favorite scene of the entire movie is when they go to, like, what are they doing? They're, like, trying to kidnap Vicky, I guess, in the art gallery while she's waiting for Bruce. That whole part, I mean, I am a sucker for Prince. I love Prince, especially his songs that he did for Batman 1989. I don't know why, it's my favorite scene. I love his outfit. I love the swinging it around. I love the smacking the painting. I actually, I own a little bitty Funko Pop of him in that outfit with, like, the water running down his face. And that scene, when I watched it for the first time, and not just, you know, it's in the background, but, like, I actually sat down and watched it because I was interested in it, that scene, like, it cemented it for me. That scene was like, this is my thing. This is incredible. This is beautiful. Like, so much went into this. The way that this was acted, the way that this was written is so, like, perfectly cynical, I would say. Overall, it is just such a fun, magical film, and I really don't think any movie has ever gotten that close to that feeling for me personally. I don't have anything else to add, but thank you for watching my little Batman rant, my rating, my review, and yeah.